Geez, my curtain. Hey everybody, guess what? A newer Ford Fiesta gets caught testing in camo. And do you want to drive like Iron Man? Well, there's a superhero dream car for sale, but it's an Acura and it's ridiculously expensive. Some taxi drivers in Canada were bored, so they thought drag racing was a good idea, and it's Dumbass Tuesday, so we're going to see a dumbass on Tuesday. Hello world, I'm Derek D. You're watching Fastlane Daily. Let's get it on. Did I say let's get it on? That's whack. Now, it may seem to you that the Ford Fiesta just hit production, but in reality, it's been sold since 2008. That means we're getting a refresh for 2013. All right. Car Scoop snagged the camoed Fiesta winter testing, and we can spot some changes. Now, the back end, well, that looks unchanged. Just like I always say, why change a back end if it already looks good? You know what I'm talking about. But it does have the new LED light fetish every automaker seems to be having lately, and it's trickled down to even the subcompacts. Also, another shot shows this little party comes with a 1.0-liter GDI engine, good for about 80 turbocharged horses. But you can bet your ass the reveal will come at Geneva in March. You can also bet that disguised front end will take some design cues from the 2012 Focus. And you can also bet on the Giants winning the Super Bowl on Sunday. Am I right, Ian?
Right.
Wow. That right you just said was so wrong. But seriously, Ford, just show us the Fiesta ST and we'll be happy. That's what I want to see. Moving on. What do you guys get the man who has everything? Batman's Tumbler Batmobile? No, that's old. How about spending $9 million on the Acura 2012 Stark Industries Supercar from the upcoming Avengers movie? How about that? So you may be asking, what do you get for all that bread? Well, I'm going to tell you, 234 miles per gallon. Yes, 234. A palladium-powered 80,000 TOHC 32-valve engine with nitrous fuel injection, 9-speed hyper shift tray, steering wheel with palm scan ID, reflex response steering column with target guidance feedback, super scan theft deterrent modulator, self-detonating recon drone, night vision HUD windshield, and an encrypted computer with backup powered interface and satellite link. Now listen, I could go on forever. There's a bunch more, but to save time, just hit the link in the description below to get all of Iron Man's car specs. There's a lot. Now, if there was ever a definition of cars we talk about that 99.999% of people can't afford, I think this would be it. Am I right, Ian?
Right.
I mean, let's be honest, it does beat blowing all that cash on a boring old Maybach Excelero. Okay? That's what I'm saying. But you need like $9 billion to do it. No big deal. Chump change. Moving on to taxis. I hate when taxis drive slow. I mean, you always want your cab driver to get you there in a hurry, especially here in NYC, and they drive like madmen, and that's fine. But in Canada, things are a little different. Who knows if a passenger put these cab drivers up to it, but Toronto police caught 2 taxis drag racing their Chevy Impalas. The drivers could be charged 10 grand in fines and lose their licenses for a week. Jeez, that sucks. I'd much rather pay less and lose my license for longer. What about you, Ian?
I'd rather do that.
Yeah, seriously. But it's Canada, eh? Do things kind of weird up there. Hey, I love you Canadians. Don't be mad. I'm just poking fun. Well, to the driver's credit, at least they weren't drag racing a Prius hybrid car. Or cab. Like that is right there. And probably they were bored working the night shift, so that's just my guess. I can't blame them for having a little fun, but hey, you deal with them how you do, Canada. Let's have a look at a dumbass, shall we? Besides the taxi drivers, let's have a real dumbass. And this has to be one of the most dumbassy things we've seen here. There is a chick in this white Camaro, all right? And I have no clue what she's actually trying to do here. What she does seem to be accomplishing is backing up into a cop car. Not once, but twice. She lays on the gas in reverse for a bit, then pulls up and goes in reverse again, hitting the cop car again. These other cars are like, I'm getting the hell out of here. And this genius proceeds to lay on the limiter and do a long, white, smoky burnout with the cop directly behind her. She gets out of the car eventually, and more cops come. Wonder what she said to him. Is it like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. I told my foot to get off the gas pedal, but it just wouldn't listen. A certified 100% dumbass you are, ma'am. What was she thinking there, Ian? Literally, the cop's behind her. She's laying on the gas, sitting in the car, and just like, does she think she's not going to get a ticket? Does she think she's not going to get arrested? Maybe it was her boyfriend's car and she was pissed? I don't know. Anyway, thanks to FLD fan Joey Campbell for suggesting the video. We like that. We like your dumbass Tuesday suggestions, so keep them on coming. Oh, and before we go, we have some more Super Bowl commercials for you. This time it's from Toyota and their reinvented Camry and the reinventing of everything else, apparently. It's actually pretty good, though, not going to lie. Also, Hyundai released 3 more commercials, one with a cheetah, one with an old man being brought back to life, and one with a Rocky theme. You know, the movie, dun, 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 like Rocky. The link for the entire Toyota commercial and all 3 Hyundai commercials are below me in the description. Right, Rick?
Like a boss.
I didn't have to say like a boss. He just knew. Right? Damn right. Well, that'll do it for Fastlane Daily today. I'm Derek D, reminding you that we are on Twitter. Follow us. That's twitter.com/Fastlane Daily. Also, we are on Facebook, facebook.com/Fastlane Daily. Go there and like us. And right here on YouTube, subscribe. The button's up here somewhere. I think it's right there, actually. If you're on the main YouTube page, that just was redesigned, it's over there, I think. All right. And go Twitter and Facebook. Also, the FLD Forum, fastlanddaily.com/forum. All right? Bye, guys. It's been fun. I'd rather pay less and lose my license for longer, to be honest. But it's Canada, eh? I don't know. I know you people watching in Canada might hate me for that, but it's fine. Well, to the drivers, yes.
Ow, we're living in the fast lane, baby.